Right, well, there's a lot going on at the moment with all the boat maintenance. I've also got the lobster tank emptied, so I'm sort of restoring that and making it, cleaning it all out, putting all new filters and everything in it because I want it running perfectly for this year. Obviously, I might have to store a few lobsters, more than normal. And I'm also trying to get all the pots obviously roped up, ready to go out. Now, today's video is obviously a boat maintenance one. In about 2 days, I'll put another boat maintenance one up. I'll do some shorter videos, and I'm going to try and do a few more videos at the moment. And then the weekend, it'll be back to a fishing. It'll be from last year, because I've still got footage from last year's trips. Obviously, I'm not going out at the moment, because I've got the boat on the land. Obviously, I'm working on it. So I'm going to be doing that. The reason for putting a few more out there will be a little bit shorter, maybe the maintenance ones, but it's because I'm working on it each day, so I'll just make the videos up, shorter ones. Is because obviously there is quite a few people that are under lockdown at the moment, so by putting a few more videos up it gives you a little bit more to watch and that. Now hopefully in, I think it's about the second week of April, we're going to launch the boat. I want to get past a big tide. There's a huge spring tide. That spring tide, if a storm comes, puts the boat at risk, and it's like one of the biggest of the year, so I want to get past that. Plus it gives me a chance to go and check my ropes, moorings, that sort of thing, before the boat goes down. So hopefully, like I say, then the boat will go down, then we can get out and do some fishing and the rest. So anyway, stay calm out there, stay safe, and enjoy the coming videos. Right, we're going to get this gel coat on today. A bit cloudy. It was sunny a minute ago, but it's clouding over a bit. It's not supposed to rain till tonight, so let's get this done. Once that's done, and then I don't have to worry about keeping the boat dry on the back anymore, because that's been the big problem, is keeping all this water, because obviously when you do this sort of thing you need it to be dry. No good having any water at all. Now I didn't have a small roller, so I've improvised, made that one. That'll be fine. I'm just going to take off any of the little bits of fiberglass that's sticking up. That I'll just shove it there for a minute. A bit more. Should do it. Right. Down there. Just check that it's going to roll. Yep, just about. Right, so as you can see, I've finished the gel coat and that on there. I've still got to do a little bit of work on it, but I've just been spraying up around the edges a little bit just to blend the colours, because obviously the new gel won't match with the old, but over time it will. So I just sprayed a little bit just around the top edge, just so you haven't got that, well, so it doesn't look too patchy. Right, I'm going to be doing this today. Now I've installed the GPS one, which is this one, which goes through there. That one will go alongside that one, and then this box goes on top of everything like this, like so, and then this box will be bolted down through the seat, so you can't basically take it off. But I've just left it off for now to get the brackets in, to make it a bit easier with these brackets. You know, it would have been better if the box had been slightly tilted, but it's alright, because what we're looking at is to be able to see stuff when I can't go too far back here, but stand back here. So that goes back, that doesn't go actually there, it goes about there, I think. So I can normally see the Fishfinder and that from here, and I keep them obviously set back like that, so that if it's pouring with rain or when water washes over from a crab pot, something doesn't go into the box or go on the screens, and it works really well. And as for the Fishfinder, well, I'm only really using the Fishfinder more so when I'm fishing. If I'm motoring along casually, I can sit down like that and I can look at it. The GPS, again, I tend to just glance at it. I mean, I pretty much know where I'm going, but sometimes if you're, you know, in the fog or something, you just want to know that you're not slightly out of position. Right, let's take that off out of the way for now and get to work on this. Now I need to drill another hole to put this wire through. That's the power for the other unit. There we go. Okay, check. Right, I need a big one. Right, so I've just removed this thing, which is on this one. I'm going to go straight and bolt this straight down to there, because it was a little high and it was just cutting the top off, making it a little awkward to see. But now that I've dropped it just a centimetre, that'll be enough. Feels like rain's coming already. Not good. So I need to take that off of there. Clean all that. I need my brush. Where's my brush? You can move it just about. Yeah. So as I was fitting these machines in, now this is an old machine. Originally I had Lowrance in here. I also had a Lowrance sounder. I've bought Lowrance for years and years, and they've always been pretty good. But the last couple I've had, yeah, I'm not going to get into a rant about that anyway. But anyway, this is, I changed to a Garmin on my GPS a couple of years back, and this has been fantastic. I mean, well, the Lowrance was dead by this within 2 years. So anyway, and the maps on this are far better. Anyway, I was just fitting the new one, which is this. I bought this for the sounder. It's got a GPS thing, but it's got clear view, which is like that three-dimensional kind of looking, you know, looks really good kind of thing. So I bought that for the sounder. I've got this for the GPS. This also does have Fishfinder on it as well, like the clear view as well. But I've never used it because I don't have a transducer for it. I only bought it for GPS because I had a Lowrance sounder until that one packed up last year, pretty much. Although it never actually worked properly from day one. It was always resetting all the time. So anyway, getting to the point. This is a sounder on it as well. And the cable I've just put in, which is for this machine, actually fits for this machine as well, so it can take the same transducer. So if I ever want to switch this, I can switch the cable over and make them either as a sounder or as a GPS. I'm still going to stay with this as a GPS, because even if I did a transducer, split screening that is too small, and that's why I bought that, because I prefer to have a bigger screen for the depth sounder so I get a clear picture of the bottom. And this, obviously I can see this quite clearly, and this is just for when I'm motoring. I use the GPS, like I say, in fog, or if I want to make sure that I'm in a certain point where I know there's lots of rocks under the water. This will help me get into the position I need to be in for that. And of course it's more of a safety thing for fog as well. But it's great that they like, I can use the sounder on either, whereas if it had been a Lowrance, they put like a little key So when you push your socket on, if you haven't got the right transducer for the machine, you can't use another transducer, even though that transducer might be compatible. They always change the key thing, so it makes you buy more transducers. So a bonus, he says, a bonus. Right, I'm just trying to squeeze all this in, because as you can see, it's all a bit tight. I mean, it's going to go, I wanted it kept small, I don't want the box being too big, but as you can see, it's all a bit, you know, once that's on there as well. But it'll fit in there eventually. It's just a case of getting it in and sort of bolting it all down and you know, doing all that. The wiring will come later, which is all got to go into there, obviously, and obviously then you've got the transducer, which I just like to say is absolutely massive. Look at the size of that thing. That is pretty big. But I mean, when you buy the Garmin, you get everything. You can get a mount that you can put on a trolling motor. I mean, that's pretty impressive. So yeah, it comes with all the, it's got different brackets and all sorts, so impressive stuff. And you get everything, like I said, in the box. I think I might have ordered the transducer separate with this one, or did I get it out of the box? I don't know. Anyway, I digress. Let's get on with this and get this finished. I should have brought some more new grease with me and some oil, and I didn't. So I better go and get a bit of that first. Because I always, what I do with all my machines is I pack them with grease, even in there. Pack grease in over the sockets. Don't want any water getting on there, especially with electrics, because otherwise you'll get like a electrolysis kind of thing, if the electric and the water, and it will rot your terminals really quick. Had an instance years ago. That's why I have a main switch. I have a main shut-off switch to all my sounders and that, because years ago I had it so it's just live, you know, everything was sort of live to this. It was only the button here that would turn it on and off. And after a couple of years, all the cables all the connections were rotting so badly, and it was just a case of leaving that power on constantly. But as soon as I introduced a shut-off switch to the electrics to the machines, it solved that problem. I never had that problem, although these are a bit drier than my old machines used to be as well. My old machines were a bit more exposed, you might say. Right, let's get some oil and some grease. Almost want to tuck it away when you're finished, eh? Like that. Might be an idea. Right. I'll have to get the engine first, I think, before I... That's the weirdest part, isn't it? Yes. Right, so I thought I'd have this bit on the end. They've just announced over here a lockdown, so for at least 2 weeks for non-essential stuff. Now, I had planned to go down the beach on a foraging trip. A friend was actually going to be coming tomorrow, at a distance of course, but we've now decided no. And also we were going to pick up some crab, and then we're just going to go down, 2 of us, and fish for bass off the beaches and that. Again, we are cancelling that now because, I mean, I've got elderly parents, the friend has got elderly parents, and also I've got a sister with asthma. So yeah, you know, a lot of people with complications, you might say, and even those, you know, that think they don't have that big a complication, it might be a big complication if you get this virus. So There's not going to be any, obviously, foraging videos for a couple of weeks, or at least a couple of weeks. It'll probably be longer, I would have thought. And fishing videos will be out the window. Apart from the old, I mean, I've got the footage from last year still, so we'll still be putting some of those up. And we've also got maintenance videos. By the time I finish my boat, it'll be like brand new with the amount of work I'll be doing it. But, yeah, I mean, it's best to stay at home, and I'd advise anybody out there, do the same. I mean, you know, even if you think you're going solo, all it takes is to sort of walk past somebody, pick something up, touch something that somebody's just touched ahead of you. And if everybody was doing sort of what you do and say you do it solo, you might end up with hundreds of people in that area where you're supposed to be solo. A bit like somebody going on the beach. Oh, there's nobody down the beach. Get down there and there's 2,000 people. So, yeah. So the best thing is keep apart, let it clear, and hopefully get it under control and get rid of it eventually. Anyway, till the next video, which is 2 days.